Good day to you, and welcome to this newly minted, newly renovated edition of the Cinema Schlock Society. And by that, if you've noticed I'm in something of a dishevelled state, that is because I have been spending days upon days trying to think of a new and interesting way to electrify my audience and make this their favourite resource for cinematic edification. That word had occurred to me. Favourite. We are obsessed with favourites. Oh, what's your favourite film? What's your favourite book? Which is your favourite James Bond? Everyone goes, oh, Marvel's my favourite, DC's my favourite, Sean Connery's my favourite, Star Trek's my favourite, Star Wars is my favourite. Founder, no, your little brother's my favourite. Bitch. So, for this new edition, I decided to pick randomly a certain franchise, and I picked the two films which had the most unique reputation. And admittedly, I had something of a craving for pizza, and these films just came to mind. So with that, I decided which between Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 2014, which was produced by the great cinematic auteur, Michael Bay. That is where it occurred to me. How about I bring my panel together and have them determine between which two films, with the conjoining theme, is indeed the superior film of the two. So, with this new Clash of the Titans edition of the Cinema Schlock Society, I bring forth our panel. You lot, introduce yourselves.
Kelly.
It's Rob Del Medico.
My name is Matthew Caruso.
Lovely to see you again. Lovely to see you for the first time. Have you seen either of these films before? If not, tell us. If so, tell us.
So I have not seen either of these movies. I did see the first and second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. My brother and I used to watch the first one all the time.
So these two movies, I have seen Ninja Turtles 3. I feel like Ninja Turtles 2 was the sequel all of us as kids were excited to see. The third one was oh, you guys made another one. But I still remember seeing it in the theater. Haven't seen the Michael Bay one, but I consider him to be the Antichrist.
I have not seen either of these, so this should be a very magical experience. And by that, I want to hurt myself after watching these, I bet.
Which of the two do you think may very well be the superior?
I'm going to guess Michael Bay, just because it's Michael Bay, although maybe there's lots of explosions, so that might help the third one a little bit. But I think feudal Japan could be interesting, could have a lot of cool costumes. So that's going to be my guess.
So my bet is that 3, for all of its flaws, is going to be the better movie.
I think the Michael Bay one would be worse. I'm sure it has all the special effects and flashiness and high production value. When you just want to rip your hair out at people talking, or I'm sure that'll be the case.
A very fascinating start. Yes, I'm seeing the potential here. I will not delay you further. We shall find out which between Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 and the 2014 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the superior film. I, for lack of a better term, am very conflicted. I truly am conflicted. You lot, please, assist me.
So I'm going to say the Michael Bay one was actually a little bit better. There were some moments that were actually kind of funny and large stretches that were okay. The Turtles looked better, although again we are comparing crud to crud in some ways. Turtles 3, I kind of got bored and I'm like, I don't even know what's going on and I don't even care. Whereas the Michael Bay one, I'm like, so actually what's going on? And I actually cared about what happened. I wanted to follow it. So my vote is going to be for Michael Bay.
I find this answer to be quite invigorating. Most people tend to veer away from the patron saint Bay.
Oh, so these two movies. Oh, wow, it's like 2 D students duking it out, and God, I even hate to say it, but in a battle of the bad, who won this one? I almost have to say the newer one, the Michael Bay, I know he didn't direct it, not because it was great, but because the third one almost looked like a science fair project made by a bunch of kids that had never made a movie before. So because there were a few moments that I laughed in the new one, it got the victory. It still felt like Transformers, Ninja Turtles, but some days it's all it takes to win. So congrats, Bay Turtles, you somehow won the day.
And that is 2 out of 3, automatically a tiebreaker, but let's see if we go further.
They're both pretty bad. The Michael Bay one had more production value to it, but as many explosions as you throw into it, it's still pretty bad. Some of the lines in there were just... it's just... I don't know. The first one had an overall kind of charm to it in a weird way, even though it was a terrible movie. This one, like I said, had a better production value, but there wasn't that charm to it. It's a throw up. I don't know which one to say is worse. I think we all lost on this one. I abstain. My brain is fried. Yeah.
Now that is fascinating. Normally when people abstain, I'd say you're a bloody coward and you might as well go into the corner and start pissing yourself. But you were putting absolute thought into this. And so therefore, I admire your courage. Well, 3 votes, 2 for Bay, 1 abstention. I believe it's safe to say the clear winner is, in fact, the 2014 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. A very successful first run of our Clash of the Titans edition of the Cinema Schlock Society. Would you like to see more of these? If you have any ideas of what other films we can pit against each other, remember, the 2 films have to have a conjoining theme. Leave it in the comments below. For more editions of the Cinema Schlock Society, simply like, share, subscribe to Narcotic Casserole, ring the bell so you can be notified. I am the founder. This is the Cinema Schlock. Wait, what are you lot doing here? I thought I was done with you. You can go now. Wait. No, what are you doing? No!